dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the sexy ninja. I'm not that sexy right now. Got a freaking toothache. Got a freaking, what do you call it? I don't know. Root canal? Yeah. Coming up in the next couple weeks. So this week has been hectic. And dealing with the toothache. So sorry for the delay of the podcast itself for the New World podcast, brother. We're going to talk about Dynamite. And it's Shark Week. The sharks. We're talking about Dynamite, July 23rd, 2025. Tony Taz, Excalibur on commentary in Chicago. We started off with Hangman Adam Page versus Mr. Yuta. Emo Yuta, you know. Hangman got the win, of course. And Hangman beats the crap. Well, Hangman does a promo before with Renee. And then after this, he just beats the snot out of Wheeler Yuta. Chain and all. They're not coming. And no one came to save Yuta. I was like, oh, okay. Sure. Why not? Beat the hell out of this guy some more. Chain around his neck and everything like that. Straight murder. Murder was the case that they gave me. No, I was going more jaw rule, but it switched up. So Hangman got the win and just beat the crap out of Yuta. He's a pissed off man because he knows Mr. Mox and his cult is still out there wanting their championship. They want it. We got MJF. Mr. MJF, doing his thing. Yeah. Not really caring for anything MJF is doing right now with the Hurt Syndicate. I thought it was going to be something cool, but it's not. It's just, FTR versus Jet Speed. I got to say, my match of the night. Holy shit, man. As much as I'm not liking FTR and their heel run, I'm loving these matches they're producing. Like, I thought Jet Speed should have won this match, but no, FTR got the win because of Stokely. And after FTR got the big win, I will say this was a highlight. Adam Copeland comes out because he has his beef, and he can't touch FTR. And he tells him, I hired some people. They want to do business. They hired the Hurt business to hurt people. So they go and attack FTR, and there is some entanglement in the Hurt Syndicate because Bobby gets mad at MJF at some certain point and grabs him and is like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's you. I want you out. And I'm like, see, that's what I mean. It's not, I thought this was going to be cool. I thought they were going to be clicking on all cylinders, but I'm waiting for MJF to finally turn his back on them. Or unless we get a babyface MJF, which would be interesting. He was before, most beloved, but we'll just see what they're doing with the Hurt Syndicate. But this was cool. Adam did some business. He got the Hurt Syndicate to go beat up Mr. FTR. Or FTR. And, that was cool. Mox promo, he's mad. He's like, oh, you think you won the championship. Blah, 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 blah. I'm Moxley. Yeah. Cuts his promo. Then we get a sad Will Ospreay thing. He got a neck injury. And he's like, well, bruv, if everything goes well, blah, 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 I'll be back by Forbidden Door. And I'm like, that's like a month away. You really shouldn't be pushing yourself that bad. Because, didn't Mr. Kevin Owens, he left because of a neck injury. And he's out for a while. You don't need to prove yourself here, man. Take some time off. Tony gives the man a few months off. Not him being like, yeah, bruv, with months' time, I'll be back. It's you don't need that. Hopefully he'll be off TV and actually wrestling. resting. So, all right, Will. Nothing but love, nothing but respect, man. Get well soon. Here was that Bobby and MJF tension. Then we go into Tony versus Billy. Athena watches. This match was okay. Yeah. It ends up in a big brawl. After Tony gets the win, it ends up in a big brawl with Athena and a Billy attacking. Then Alex Windsor comes out for the save. I was like, oh, yay. My problem with anybody they bring in new, they're like, hey, look, we got Tekla. Now we got Alex Windsor. Look. And they do nothing with them. Look how long they've done something finally for Athena. Yeah, look, Megan Bain. Look at Megan Bain. Nope, now we're done. So, and Tony is really the superstar of the women's division. Athena can be too. Like, she just needs to get on TV more, and I think her having that contract, is really going to be like, I'm going to cash it in. Watch out, Tony. But Tony's always timeless. Then we go into Swerve versus Hechicero. This ends in a DQ. Swerve gets to win. Why? Because of Don fan. Don's on commentary and they attack. But here comes Brody for the save. And then Okada attacks Swerve. I was more excited about this. I was like, oh, yeah, baby. Okada and Swerve. Bring it on. Bring it on. And then we go into MJF and Mark Briscoe. At this point, I feel like MJF sometimes just takes it too far. I'm like, yeah, you said what you said about Jay. Okay, I get it. You said what you said. You know what I mean? Like, you put it out there last week or a couple weeks ago. Like, but mentioned the dead brother. It's like, okay, I feel like it's a thing you should only kind of do once. And he does it again, and I'm like, I don't know. Is Mark really cool with this? If so, okay. I'm not really cool with it. It's like the whole dead father thing with Christian. It's like, oh, I don't know if we really should go there. You know what I mean? Like, it's tasteless. Yeah, but Mark, of course, tries to fight MJF, and MJF runs away. But Mark gets a match with Claudio. And I love that Darby Allin is just in the shadows. He's like Bizarre. In the Lose Yourself video, I was in the back. In the Dynamite, Darby was in the back. Darby's in the shadows. But Mark gets the win over Claudio, which was like, oh, that's cool. And, of course, here comes Mox Cole. Here comes Hangman. Hangman gets in the face of Moxley and tells him, you, me, next week, no outside interference, me and you for this championship. And I was like, whoa, the rematch already on TV next week? No interference at all. This better be commercial free, Tony, because I am very interested in this match. So that was the way we end Dynamite. And Hangman walked out of there like a cowboy gangster, looking good with that championship around his waist. Yeah, so that was a good Dynamite. July 23rd, 2025. Tony Taz's Caliban commentary. Shark Week in Chicago. Match of the night, FTR versus Jet Speed. Moment of the night has to be Hangman confronting Mox and being like, you and me, buddy, one more time. That was awesome. That made me happy. I give this a solid 4 out of 5. And that's it. That's all. Get better, Will. Kisses. All that. Get better. And that's it. That's all. Drop those comments below. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life.
He's the champion.
And look at
He thinks he's the champion because he's walking around with a belt.
Oh, good God.